CVT lesson. Actually, this is Lita Ford with Little Black Spider. Lita Ford's awesome. This goes out to Troy, who wanted this as a CT lesson. He was my 20th CT student, or student that had a lesson, and won the free video with it. So, we want to tune flat. I'm not sure if you're familiar. This is your first time with me on this, but the tuning is written in your tabs. Everything's a half step down is what's going on. So the delay, the primary effects are written in here as well. You'll see. It's all self-explanatory. So it's starting with A minor. We're going to go middle 2 D, third finger 2 G, first finger 1 B. I'll play through a little bit of the intro here to let you hear it. We have... And then it's going to move into the second half of the chords. So we have this A minor chord down. The pick pattern, it's pretty much 8 notes per chord. We're playing arpeggios, so which means we're picking the notes within the chord. So we need everything set down. We're going to go A, D, G, D. That's half of what we're playing on this A minor. A, D, G, D, and then E, B, G, D. Or if you like number names, 5, 4, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. The best way to think of the next chord is to take the shape you're doing, move it up and over. So it's 3, 3, 2. And you're actually going to play the same strings that you just did. Alright, so... Pick direction's not critical because the tempo of this, the speed of it is moderate. But a kind of a general rule, I don't like to use rules per se, but you pick in the direction of the next string. But that's not always how it's being done. So I would just downstroke all of this. There are points in the solo where we're going to need to do some down ups on some quicker things. Okay, now we're back to the A minor. If you listen close, you'll hear a quick hammer. So you're going to need to do the pick on the A string. Your middle finger will be underneath the B string. You're going to pluck them together. And this hammer, it's real soft actually. And go right in. If that throws you, you can just play the same way you did the first time through on this. But that hammer on, and then D, G, D, E, B, G. And then go open E. And you're going to hammer to 1. Instantly, when you get to the first fret, slide it a whole step sharp. That just means 2 frets up to the 3rd fret. So pick, hammer, slide. We're not hanging out on this F. That's just to get the slide. Once you're there, we go 5A, 5D, and then pick the 3E. So, and then we're going to move over to 3A, open G, and 2A, open G. That can be played 2 different ways. It could be as a power chord, like, or this is how I think she's doing it. It's not wrong either way. I had no live reference to go off of. So after that, you're back to the A minor, playing it just like you did in the beginning. This comes in at 29 seconds, which, by the way, when you start this, it doesn't kick in till 20 seconds. So we just played the first 8 seconds. Now we're moving into 29 seconds of the song, back to the A minor. From there, we are going to do the same thing we did before, minus 1 note. A, D, G, D, E, B, G. Don't hit the D on the end. Because what Lita Ford does here is cuts it short. You think she's going to repeat everything, she doesn't. She cuts some things out. Oops. Then you go back into this. The open E, hammer to 1, slide to 3. And then 5A, 5D, 5A. That's all repeats. 3A, open G, 2A, open G. So. And then slows down on this last part. It's the A minor again and go A, D, G, A, and then strum D through E. So, actually, one more time. A, strum underneath. Third finger, 5A. And as soon as you pick, slide that up to 7. Drop your pinky to 7D. First finger to 5G. So that's our chord shape. It sounds like this. Just cover that. So we slide up. See our shape there, which is 775 ADG. Once you slide to the 7, we don't pick that one on the A string. We go to the D, G, D, B, G, D, A. Keep everything there except the third finger, and put your middle finger on 6D or 6A, but everything else stays in place. It's pretty much the same picking. A, D, G, D, B, G, D, A, and that's going to slide up. So we have, try it again. Slide to 9. Off of that 6A, we're sliding to 9. Third finger does the 9D, first finger does the 7G. I know that's kind of a chord stretch, but that's how she's doing it. She has to, I mean, she could switch fingers just for the slide, but I doubt that that's happening. So we slide there to the 9. Right? So from the slide up to 9, then we are doing D, G, D, B, G, D, A. And then we turn it over. Now all that part is 39 seconds into the song, and I should be calling those out before. From there we go middle finger back to 8 on the A. Everything else stays in place. Go A, D, G, A, B, G, D, A. 8 notes, right? Like I was saying at the beginning of the lesson. Third finger, 5D. We're going to slide to 7. Pinky to 7G, first finger to 5B. And this goes. So once you're up there, there's your chord shape. We're going from the slide, we go to G, B, D, G, B, D, G. Seven D, which are already there, slide a half step up to 8. Pinky comes down to 9G, and first finger to 7B. Really nice chords that Lita Ford was using here. So we slide there, we got the 9G, the 7B, and then go D, G, B, D, G. So, same picking as the last one. And then we go like this. 3D, 5G, open B. It's a power chord. Keep the knuckles coming at a downward angle so they clear, because we need an open B string here. Right? If it's angling the pinky, so keep that knuckle up. Go D, G, B, D. Take the index, move it to 2D, keep the pinky on 5G, and go D, or D, G, B, D. So we have 4 notes, and these 2 arpeggios. Back to the A minor. A, D, G, D, E, B, G, D. So we have. Okay, that's it for clean stuff. The rest is solo. And this comes in at 57 seconds. And you're going to go 5D, third finger, slide to 7, vibrato. And then 4, 5G. 5, 7D. So we have vibrato. I would go 4, 5G, knuckle up to catch the 5D. Right? Vibrato. Then we got 8B, third finger, back it with these 2. Here's why. We want the strength of these to do a whole step bend release. Okay? So we're bending to that note. Use your wrist, your thumb as an anchor. And then it's pentatonic stuff going on here. 5E, 8B, 5E. And then these are a little tricky if you haven't done them. Third finger 7G, back it with 2 fingers. Put your pinky on 8B. Hit both the strings, G and B. And you're going to bend the G only. And in your tabs, that arrow should only be on the G string. I have it on the B string as well, on the 8th fret. Don't bend the 8, just the 7. A whole step. Love those. So we have then 8B. Now that's already there. 7G, that's already there. Do a bend release. So, and then 5G, 7D. Okay, a minute 8. We have 5G pulling off to 4. So we're going to set both those down. We're going to pick and snap the middle finger to ring out to the 4th fret. So pick, pull, pick the 5 again, and then go 7D. And then the next one is, so slow down, that's, and that's 8, 7, 5 on the E. I'd set them all down. You don't have to, but it's one of the faster riffs here. And pick them in that order. Same on the B. 7G, 5B, open G, and then 8B, slide to 10, vibrato. So it's... Then we move to page 3. It's fret 15 on the B, 3rd finger, back it with 2 fingers. We're going to do a whole step bend, release, and then 2 steps, which is actually a 4 fret bend at the end. You'll go, and then you'll rest when you reach this note. Okay, and then up on 15B, down on 14G, bend, release. Okay? Oops. 122, we got the fastest riff in here, I believe. There's a couple of them in here at the end, which was, it'll be... Love this riff. So you're going up on the 12E, down on the 15B, pull off to 12. So we're going to set that down. And then down on 14G. That's a good subgroup. Right? Up on 12B. Down, up, down on 15, 14, 12G. Up on 14D. And then go 12, 14, 14, bend, vibrato. And then 12G, real, like slightly, you can hear the background this, because the clean, you'll start hearing the clean kick back through, but like the Jimi Hendrix thing, 12 sliding to 14 with the vibrato, and I cover the strings around the G with these fingers, so you don't get any unwanted string noise. 130, this is our last longer riff, and it's 5E, pick, hammer 8, pull to 5, and then, so pick, hammer, pull, 8B down, 5E up, 8B down, pull off to 5. So that little subgroup, take stuff like that, Troy, and move it around, you know, like, you know, it's good practice. Down on 8G, up on 5B, we can tack that onto the riff. And then 8, 7, 5 on the G. We're going to set all 3 down. We're going to pick down, do a double pull off. Pick, snap to 7, snap to 5. And then 7D down. So it's 5G up. Tack that on. Yeah, it's just one note, but 5G, it's just a 5th position coming up around this way on the pentatonics. Pull off to 2. So we got to set them both down. No, my bad. 2G. And we're going to pick hammer 5, pull 2. So pick, hammer, pull, and then pick the 5D. I would put all the fingers behind it. And it's just an exaggerated whole step bend. So except there won't be a rest in there. When you do the oops. There you go, Troy. So appreciate it. You were the winner of the free CVT. So if you have questions, you're one of my students now, let me know. The tuning, the reason that that's important is if you want to play along with Lita on this, you'll be able to. You can play this in standard. You can play it in any standard type tuning, but why not tune up to the song? That'll help you with the feel of the phrases and all that stuff. Lita 4 is awesome. Anyways, thanks again, dude.